All right, so I'm basically gonna tell you my journey of how I made around $70,000 and then I lost it all. And then basically how I made it back. So I'll go through like the journey of like first how I made that money, and then I'll tell you like what happened, how I lost $70,000 around there. And then I'll even show you guys like how I made it back and like the research I did and what I did to go ahead and like make that money back. And I'll show you guys basically my portfolio. I'll show you like where it is right now, and then like how it tanked, and then like I'll show you like all my portfolios, and then like how I was able to make it back. And yeah, if you've been like subscribed to me, then you already know you already like been watching me on my journey. You know that like I've been like having somewhat of a good strategy of like making that much money, and then you've also seen my losses, and then but I've been telling you guys like don't worry, it happens all the time, you know, especially like within a bear market, and then like with all this FUD and everything, there's just some things you really can't do in some cases. But like, you know, don't worry, like it usually comes back. You just have to find like those like the right place and everything, you know. But basically in this video, I just want to show you guys like my journey real quick of like how I made the money and then I lost it, what stocks I was playing with and all that stuff, and then how I basically came back from the dead. So make sure you go ahead and check out my channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And so yeah, let's get started. All right, let's talk about how I made the 70,000 first. So I got into stocks about a while ago, and then I started with just like, you know, the regular stuff that any newbie does. You get into like the safe stocks. You put your money into SPY and everything, and then you know you're thinking like, oh, this is good, it's gonna give me good returns. 10% return a year is pretty good, you know, blah blah blah, like the regular stuff. But then like slowly you start to realize that, hey, you know, this is actually like kind of BS. You know, like if anything, I feel like they tell us to put our money into like the safe stocks because technically those ETFs are what's like they're taking the money out from us and then like charging us all these fees and all this stuff. So everything is like, you know, implemented in for you to put your money in places where other people are taking your money in a way. So after doing more research, I realized that, you know, it's actually not that like the best plan is not really to be that much diversified, especially if you want like bigger gains and everything. Obviously, like, you know, don't put your money into like penny stocks and stuff like that. But yeah, so anyways, I started looking into like better options, and I was like, okay, so there has to be stocks that I know for sure, like I have high conviction in for it to go up. So I started with Tesla, and then I basically got into Tesla pre-split and everything. And then I was with Tesla for a while. Then I found out about how to do the whole option wheel strategy. And then if you check out my channel, you know, I've done so many examples of how to do the option wheel. I've done it with Palantir like a lot, with Tesla. I even go through like the examples and everything. So make sure you check that out. But basically, I was doing the option wheel with Tesla. Then Palantir came along, and I was like, hey, Palantir is looking really hot. It's like a really good data company. It could be really big, you know. And then there was a lot of hype around it. So I got into Palantir, and then with Palantir, it just started blowing up, and then my account started blowing up from there. So I thought like making 70,000 around there in like a year was pretty good, especially coming from like most people, most average people don't even make like 70,000. So like 70,000 in stocks is like insane. Uh, but then, you know, usually when everything that goes up must come down in a way. So unfortunately, Palantir had like kind of like a triple threat. So the first thing was it had like its earnings, and then it started going down from there. The second thing that happened was it had this whole lockup expiration fear that like it just kept bringing down the stock, and then like my whole portfolio just kept tanking and tanking from there. And the last thing that happened during, and this was all like around the same time, the last thing that happened was basically that's when like the stock market just started going down, and the whole like inflation fears and the whole bond situation, and then like, and this was all around February, right? So everything just started tanking, and then basically my portfolio was going downhill from there. So if you check out my portfolio, like my Robinhood portfolio, so as you can see here, basically it shows like around 80, like 90,000, but I actually had a lot more. So if you take out money in and out and do some stuff with Robinhood, like it messes up like your whole like portfolio and what you had. But basically, I want to show you that like I was up here and then I dropped all the way down here, and that's like basically around a $70,000 drop. So technically, I didn't lose any of my money. You know, I just lost the gains that I've made. So so it was good. Like I guess overall, it didn't really affect me. And to be honest, this is all this money is really money that like I don't need. It's not money that affects me in like really in any way. It's just you know, it allows me to basically invest and do more plays like kind of like emotionless, which is something you really need to get used to doing, because if you're trading, you know, with emotion, then you're gonna lose a lot more money, I think. Anyway, so as you can see, I had like a $70,000 like free fall, and then basically I just parked my money in like some like safe stocks for like the meantime, because I was doing some other stuff, like I was trying to get like another house, and then the real estate, you know, uh, like market was blowing up and everything, so I wanted to get in that situation. So I wasn't really doing anything with stocks, but then something interesting occurred. So cryptocurrency basically like got cut in half, and like basically the whole market value of like crypto just got like wiped out like in half. So then I was like, is this a good time to like look into like Bitcoin and whatnot, and then actually do some like research? Because for a while I was like, no, like I don't want to get into crypto. Crypto is too speculative. It's too risky. You know, it's like stocks is what I know. It's a better way to go and stuff like that. So I started doing a lot of research in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin like mainly was the one I was doing a lot of research in. And then I realized that, hey, you know, this is like it's already like at 30 something thousand, you know, like there's a lot of fear right now in Bitcoin. And then I'm seeing like all these different stuff like FUD articles, China ban, there's a lot of like criminality, it's bad for the environment, like all this stuff. But why isn't like not zero? You know, why is it consolidating at 30? Like why is it still there, you know? So then I started doing more research, and then I realized that, hey, you know, like institutions are slowly getting in this, and then banks are also starting to adjust their policies and everything for cryptocurrencies and stuff. And then I started seeing that, like, you know, there's company adoption, and then El Salvador, like that thing happens, so there's country adoption. And then I was like, man, like what if like this is the best time to get in, you know, like there's a lot of fear going on. So let me do more research of like what is Bitcoin, like what does it actually do, like why is cryptocurrency like the next future or best thing, you know? So all in all, once I saw the light, I was like, hey, I should basically go all in on like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency stuff, because right now it's like there's a lot of fear. It's really the best time to get in. I see Bitcoin heading like back to all-time high, possibly 100K by the end of this year. It's at 30, around 30,000 right now. So let me go ahead and like move all my money, and then like, you know, go into that. So as you can see in my Robinhood account, I'm only at 100 shares of Coinbase. That's the only thing I have, because I think Coinbase is like, you should be invested in Coinbase if you're into, if you don't want to get into crypto, but like you want to touch in crypto a little bit, get into Coinbase. Also, Coinbase is like a cash cow. It's making so much money. It's so undervalued right now. And basically, the rest of my money is in Coinbase, and it's in I have Bitcoin and Ethereum basically. So I was getting in with Bitcoin around 30,000, and then I was getting into Ethereum around 1,800. And so basically, I just did the math of everything, and I was like, hey, you know, if this works out, by the time Bitcoin is around 50,000, I would basically have made $70,000 back. So I was like, that could actually happen like sometime in September or October. So I was just doing like all the math, calculating everything, and then like just looking at like all the trends, and then I was like, okay, so there's gonna be like a big event with Kathy and Elon Musk, and then Jack Dorsey, you know, that basically is gonna cause like a catalyst to flip. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency back, I think. And it did. It made it like super bullish, like ever since that happened. And then all of a sudden, you don't see any more FUD articles about like the environment or like all this other stuff. All of a sudden, like, you just see like more adoption articles and everything. So then it started going up and up, and now look at it. Now it's above 50,000. And tomorrow it's a really big event because El Salvador actually does like their adoption tomorrow, and there's like this whole thing going on where like basically like if everyone buys $30 worth of Bitcoin like around, I think it's like 9 a.m. or something, or it depends on like your local time. But if everyone buys in, which there's this whole like Reddit group, Bitcoin Reddit group with like 3.3 million users, so that's already like 100 million around there going into Bitcoin. But that's basically gonna be like a really big pump, I would think. We might even see 55K tomorrow. But yeah, so like all in all, that's basically how I lost 70,000. Well, first I made it with the option wheel, and then like just looking at the trends and everything, and then I lost it because I didn't take profits. And then I basically saw the light with Bitcoin and like some cryptocurrencies place and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'm basically my portfolio. If you do the math, I'm up like around 125,000 or something around there. 125, yeah, I think somewhere around there. So yeah, all in all, Bitcoin hit all-time high. I should be back around 150,000 portfolio. That's what I predict it's gonna happen sometime soon, probably like within the next month or so. So yeah, all in all, that's basically like my journey so far. And yeah, so if you liked it, make sure you like, hit the subscribe button, comment if you have any questions, and then let's hope that it keeps going up from here. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.